Hello guys and welcome to another video. My name is Confidence Ojiako and today I'm going to be showing you how you can create your portfolio website for free. So I made a post a few days ago on my LinkedIn account showing my new portfolio. I decided to retouch my portfolio and give it a new look. And I also mentioned if you would need help to build your portfolio, you let me know in the comments as well. And people reached out to me via comments, via DMs, to guide them through how to make their own portfolio website. But I thought helping individually is going to be quite a lot. So I thought of making this video. If you still encounter any issue while you're following this process, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be glad to assist you. Let's get started. So this is a sample of my portfolio website. I decided to segment each of the tools I use separately. It's not compulsory for you to do this. It's your choice, however you want your portfolio to look like. But I'm going to be showing you how you can achieve a free portfolio website. There are several ways of creating a portfolio website. You can choose to use Wix, you can choose to use Nextlify, you can choose to create a portfolio website from scratch if you are familiar with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. However, for this video, you did not need a whole knowledge of coding to be able to create a portfolio website. So whether you are new to coding or you have no idea what HTML or CSS is, you can still create the website yourself. If you have HTML basic knowledge, then that is an added advantage. So let's get started. To do this, we're going to be using a website called html5up.net. The link to this website is going to be on the description of this video. So scroll down and click on the description to get the link to this website. HTML5up is a website that makes creating your own website quite easy. You don't need to start building from the scratch. You just need to edit on certain templates. There are quite a number of templates in this website. I'm going to scroll down and you see a whole lot of templates. So it's left to you to decide on whichever one you want to use. You can start with something simple, just like me. Initially, when I was starting out, I used something else. So whichever template you would like, let's start with this first one. Just simply click on Live Demo. The live demo is going to show you what the website is going to look like after you finish creating it. So if you're okay with it, so if you're going to be using this one, you're going to have like your name here, your summary, your links, and probably your projects around here. However, personally, I do not like this template because it might make it difficult for somebody to understand my project. But if you would like this, template, it's fine. You can go for it. If you do not like this template, you can simply go back and look for another template. Let's try out this one and see. Now, this is what this one looks like. You can have your name here, your summary, and you can start having your project here. So this one looks like a book. As you're scrolling, it's going through the next page. So if you're okay with this, template, then go for it. However, for this video, we're going to be using this one called a Massively template. Simply click on Live Demo to see what it looks like. Now this is it. You have like your name here, your summary here, and you have the details of your page here. To use this template, simply click on Download. And this is it. It's downloading. Now to work on this website, we're going to be needing a text editor. For this video, we're going to be using the Visual Studio Code. The Visual Studio Code is free. Simply visit the site. I'm going to drop the link on the description as well. Simply visit the site, click on download. If you're using a Mac, you click on the Mac. If you're using a Windows, click on the Windows. I already have it installed in my system, so I would not need to be installing it again. If you want to know how to install the Visual Studio Code, I'll also drop a link on the bio how you can install the Visual Studio Code. It's quite easy. You just need to follow the steps, and that's all. This is the downloaded file. The first thing we need to do is we need to unzip the file because it's in zip format. We need to unzip it. Now to do that, simply right click on it and extract. Alright, so the extraction is done and this is what it looks like. My default browser is Microsoft Edge. And that is why you're seeing it here because it's a web page. So whatever browser you're using, is your Chrome logo. If you're using Firefox, you're going to see a Firefox logo, Opera Mini, same way. Now let's start editing this code. To do that, we need our Visual Studio. This is what the Visual Studio looks like. Don't get scared. We're going to walk through this together. We're going to be importing the folder we downloaded into our Visual Studio so we can edit the code and have our portfolio website. To do that, simply click on Open Folder. The folder is on my downloads, and this is it, HTML Massively Up. I'm going to be renaming this folder to, let me rename it to Portfolio. Okay, so I supposed to rename it after extracting, but still, regardless, we can still do it this way. Simply click on the portfolio and select the folder, and we have it imported into our Visual Studio for us to start editing. If you get this pop-up, simply click on Yes, I trust the author. So this is the first page, the index. This might look strange to you. Those who are familiar with code might understand, but don't get scared even if you are not familiar with HTML codes. These are very easy to access. Now we're going to start with the first page. But before that, you need to be seeing what you're doing. You need to have a visual representation of what you were editing. So we'd have to install something called the live server. So whatever it is you're editing, you can be seeing the changes and know if it's okay for you or not. So to do that, you click on extensions right here. Now you search for live server. This is it. This one. Simply click on it. You simply click and you install. To take a while to install. And this is it. It's done. And that's all you need. Come back to your Explorer where you have your code so we can start editing. You right click on the code. Click Open with Live Server. Now this live server is going to help us to see exactly what we are doing. It's going to help us see the changes we're doing to this website real time. So to achieve this, I'm going to be dividing my screen into two. You can have yours anyway, but I recommend dividing it into two so you can be seeing your code and your website side by side. So this is my Visual Studio where I have my code, and this is my website where I can be seeing my changes. Okay, let's get started. Now we have, this is Massively. So this is where you would want to put your name here. Let's look for it. Where is it in the code? Right here. So we have it here. This is Massively. So you can have it. So for the sake, you're going to be putting your name here. So I'm going to have confidence
Yeah.
You see the changes? It's happening. So to effect the changes, you just simply need to save. So you save with Control S, and the changes could appear here. So we have the next thing here, your bio, your summary, whatever. Now this is it here. You simply highlight from data analyst,
Experience in SQL, Python,
Power BI, Excel, blah 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 blah. Whatever it is you want to have here as your heading, you have it here. So this is just an example, right? You need to put something professional. You need to put what it is that is appealing. So Control S as well to make it come out. Here we have it. So it turns out something is not coming out. Okay, this link here. All right, so let's fix that. Now we have this. So here you can have connect me. Yeah. You're going to put the LinkedIn there because you need the LinkedIn to be a link. So let's have it here. We're going to say LinkedIn. Now let me quickly get the link of my LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn profile. So copy the link, come to this place, and you paste it. So we can have this one removed entirely. We will not be needing them. Yes. And yes, we'd also need to remove this one. That is it. Control S. You see your changes. Yeah. Okay, I mistakenly removed something. This break would have need to be in regular brackets. All right. So we have it here, data analyst, experience, blah, blah, blah. Maybe our LinkedIn, ready to replace take the business to another level. Okay, so we are done with the bio, name bio. The next thing we're going to be looking at is how you can add your projects. So let's locate where this is, and this is a massive headline. Let's locate that in our code. And this is a massive headline. So we're going to be changing it to the title of your project. So for mine, I'm going to be using the bike project. So we're going to be saying bike sales project. So you Control S to effect the change. So with this date, it's not useful here. So remember to remove the date. When you Control S and the date is gone. So you can have a brief description of what the project is all about. Try to give a detailed description so somebody who's looking at your portfolio can understand, even without going to the dashboard or going to more details of the project. Just looking at the description of the project, the person is able to understand what your project is all about. So I'm going to be copying, to save time, I'm going to be copying the description from my project and pasting. This is it. Highlight it all the way from the paragraph, opening paragraph to the closing paragraph. Highlight all the way there. And delete, then paste or type in your description. So when you Control S, you can see the change. This break shows blah blah blah, and this is it. The next thing we're going to be putting is an image to show an example of what our We're going to put in an image, so you can either use, I choose to use my dashboard as my image because I want anybody looking at the website to quickly get a glance of what I did or what the project is, and before taking a deeper look into the project. So whatever you want to use is a choice. You can decide to use a picture that replicates or that represents your project. You can choose to use bike picture. You can choose to use a picture of your dashboard. So for this one, let's quickly use a bike picture. Let's just say bike picture. Quite easy to get pictures online. Yep. Let's save this picture. One thing you should know is when you're saving the picture for your website, make sure you save it in the same folder of your portfolio. So this is our portfolio folder. Just simply open it. Now there is a folder called images. Make sure you save it inside of the image folder. Now I'm going to save it here. Bike, save. It has downloaded and I have saved it into my portfolio folder. Okay, so let's look at what else. Okay, picture. Let's quickly get the picture. So you click on image right on your Visual Studio. Now this is it here, the bike. So right click on it and you can copy relative path. So come to the image. Replace this very one with your image path. Save it and you have it here. This is how it's going to come up on your browser. So one next thing for us to do is you can either have this as full story or you can put it, I prefer to use view project. Okay. So we can have view project. Remember to save for you to see the change, and this is it. Let's take a look at this on a larger screen. So this is what it looks like. And we're getting somewhere. Okay, so we'll fill for the first section. We're going to try to populate all other sections. Now to make this video as short as possible, I'm going to have just 4 projects, one for Excel, one for Power BI, one for Python, and one for SQL. So when you're filling yours, you can have as many projects as possible. So for the next section, you just have to locate where this is. So we finished working on the bike sales project. Now let's go to the next one. So this is the next one. The I don't know what language is this, right? Well, yeah, this is it. First, let's remove the date because we will not need the date. If you want to have the date, then it's fine. You can leave it there and just simply edit it. But I don't think in the date is necessary, so that is why I'm removing the date. Simply remove the date, you save, and the changes will be effective. I'm going to make the screen larger so you can see the codes and understand it. And I'm going to be alternating between the codes and the browser so we can see how it looks like. Let's have it here. I hope this should be more clear because when the screen is larger, it will help you to see what I'm doing. So the next project I'm going to be looking at is a cancer project I did on Power BI. So let's have it here. The name of the project is Survival of Cancer Patients. Whatever project is yours, feel free to put it there. Now the next thing is the image. Right, so just as we did that of the bike, let's quickly get an image of cancer and fill there. I'm just going to pick any image, all right? So feel free to put any image of your choice. I'm going to be saving the image in my portfolio folder to make it easy to access. Inside the portfolio folder, I'm going to be saving it in the images. So when I go to my downloads, I have my portfolio, I have images, I'm saving it inside images. So the name should be cancer. come back to your image folder here, click here, right click, copy relative path. This is the image. Inside the apostrophe, place the image link. To have a detailed description of your project, I'm going to be copying my description from my portfolio to make it easy to understand. And paste here. And this is it. You can try to bring this down by pressing your enter key, just to have a quick view of your description instead of having to scroll up to the very right to see everything. Just simply break it down by pressing your enter key. Now let's save this and see if the changes is going to reflect on our browser. The last thing we're going to do here is to change this to view project. Are you saved? Let's refresh. And we have it, survival of cancer patients. You notice that when you click on the view project, it does not take you anywhere. That is because it's not added the link to this very project. Let's add link to our project. Now this is the href. This is where the link is going to be inside this very apostrophe. So let me quickly get the link for this survival of cancer patients project. Now when you have the link of your project, simply place it inside of this, the href, inside the apostrophe, Ctrl V. Now you save. Now let's see if the changes has been effected. Now this is it. When you click on view projects, it takes you to whatever link you put there. So in your case, it could be a GitHub link, it could be a link to a PDF, it could be a link to Novopri, it could be a link to anywhere. But just make sure the link is taking you, or the link is taking anybody accessing the website to your project. So in this case, I hosted my project on Power BI, and this is it. This is where the link is taking me to. So let's view the next one. The next one is this. Just like you see, this article ended here. So we're done with this very first one. Let's have the next one. So as usual, we remove the dates. You can leave the dates to your choice. Let's add a title to our project. The next project I'm going to be posting is going to be the Python project. So I have it here. The name of the project is Bike Shares. So I'm going to be having my title, Bike Share. Okay, it's US Bike Share Project. Okay, let's quickly get an image for this. Recall how we do it. You simply, if you have an image already in your system, just push it to this folder. If you don't, simply use Google. This is image. I'm going to be saving it. Here. So it has appeared here. You right click, copy relative path. Now notice that most of these operations we're just repeating the same thing, which is very understandable because we're trying to duplicate our projects in different areas. So let's save this. Let's quickly check our work and see if what we're doing is bringing up progress. Okay. So this is it. This is the first project we uploaded, the bike sales. The next one, the cancer. This one is the Python project. So our image has reflected. We just need to fix this, and then the view project, the link where anybody can see our project. So let's fix this. And just like I said, I'm going to be getting my description from my own portfolio to make it faster. Now, this is the US sales. This is what I did. Okay. So this is the paragraph. This is where you are going to put the description. So you can delete this one here and fix yours and paste it. And recall what I said earlier. You are free to use the enter key to take it down so you can have a quick overview of your description in case you want to edit the possible mistakes. So the next thing is to have our view project. Now this very project, I hosted it on GitHub. So for the link here, I'm going to be getting the link from GitHub. For the one we did on Power BI, I got the link from Power BI where I hosted it. Now this one, I used Python and I posted the IPYNB file on GitHub. So I'm going to be getting the link from GitHub. So this is the link to the US Bike Share project on GitHub. Simply copy it. You come back to your Visual Studio Code. And right here, you paste the link. Now you save it and let's see the changes. So this is it, US Bike Share project. This is it. And you click on View Project. View Project takes us to where this code was hosted in GitHub. And if you scroll through, you can see all the work I did on this bike share project. Our website is looking all good so far. We've created the name, the description, that is the summary. And now we have our project here. We've put our bike sales project and this, and this, and this. So you can notice that we still have an empty spaces for other projects. So because I don't want this video to be long, I'm going to remove all of this other empty space. So in your case, when you're trying it out, if you have other projects to put, simply follow the steps we used in adding this and this to every other project. And also, we're going to be removing this page numbers because we don't need them. However, in your case, if you need them, you can leave them, but we're going to be removing them because they are not useful. To do that, let's just locate the last place we stopped. We stopped at the Python bike share project. This is it. Now we're going to be removing all of this. I do not advise you to completely remove it, but if you want to remove it, it is fine. I'm going to show you two methods to go about it. Now, this is where the code ends for the bike share project, this very article that was closed. So we start from this next one. We're going to highlight it down to this article here, and you delete it. Now save. Let's see the change. So this is the change. You notice that we just have just the 3 projects we've added to the portfolio website, and the other ones are gone. Now another method to achieve this is, let's bring it back, you Ctrl-Z to bring it back if you've done the previous step. You simply comment it out. There's something called commenting, so you can easily comment out this section. So to comment, you simply use this. You start with this sign, and you go down to the end. This is it, and you put this. So whichever one works for you, if deleting this whole section works for you, it's fine. If commenting it out works for you, that's also fine. Let's check our browser to see if this change is also affected. This is it. The change has been affected as well. So whichever one works for you, they are both okay. I personally recommend the second one where you comment it out, but if it's going to confuse you, just simply highlight and you delete, and you're good to go. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is the page number. So we have page 1 to 10, but we don't need this page number, so we're going to be deleting them. So you can either highlight from the footer here and you delete like this. Let's save and see the changes. Now you can see that we don't have the page number again. So our website is looking all good. We've achieved this. We've removed the page number. So let's put our address, phone number, email. Let's fix this, and also let's fix the socials here. So to do that, this is where we have address. So for the address, simply put your address. A lot of people do not like to put their home address for privacy reasons. So you can just put your location. I'm currently in Abuja. So I'll just put Abuja, Nigeria. And my phone number, I'm just going to put my phone number. Okay, this is it. And I'm going to put my email. So far, this is looking good. Now, the next thing we're going to fix is the icons. Now, this is Twitter, this is Facebook, Instagram, GitHub. So we're trying to fix this here. This is what we're trying to fix. Now, for your Twitter, the only thing you need to do here is to add the link to your Twitter page. So inside this apostrophe, you just need to fix your Twitter link. I'm quickly going to get my links and fix. So this is the link to my Twitter account. I'm just going to copy it. And you paste here inside this apostrophe. Just remove the hash and paste your link. I don't use Facebook often, so I'm not going to be using my Facebook here. I'm going to be using LinkedIn in place of this Facebook. So whichever one works for you. If you want to have your Facebook, you can add it as well. So I'm simply going to highlight this from the FA to the F, and I'll replace it with LinkedIn. And I'm going to have my LinkedIn link here in a bit. Now, this is the link to my LinkedIn. The next thing is the Instagram. I'm going to have my Instagram link here. Paste your GitHub link here, and you are good to go. Now, save this with your Ctrl S. Let's head to our browser and see if this changes has been effected. This is the website. So let's go down to this place, okay? The address has been affected, the phone number, or the email. So we have the social, this is the Twitter, the link. Okay, this is the social, the Twitter, Instagram, and GitHub. So it appears that the LinkedIn is not coming now, so there's something we're missing. Let's go back and fix it. Okay, so it appears I did not change this to LinkedIn, and also I missed something here. So I'm supposed to have alt. After the alt, I'm supposed to have FA hyphen as well again, IN. And also here is supposed to be LinkedIn. So let's see if the change is going to affect now. Yes. So we have our LinkedIn here. We have the Twitter, we have the Instagram, and we have the GitHub. So when you click on any of this link, it's going to take you down to your profile. So when anybody comes to your portfolio website and clicks on this, the person is going to see, now this is it. So it's looking all good. Our website is looking all good now. So the next thing we have to fix is we need to fix this menu here. We need to add links to this, just like what we did for the previous one, what we did here. Just replicate that here. And we need to change the headings to a name that is understandable. back to our Visual Studio Code. Let's look for the menu. Yes, so this is it. So we're going to be changing this one as well. So let's replicate what we did for the previous one. To save time, I'm not going to be copying the link individually. I'm just simply going to cut out this part and we'll come back to it. So we have it. So we have all of these links here now. So you can also add more than this. You can add your Facebook. You can add your Medium. Whatever profile you want to add, you're free to do that. So let's change the headings. So for this one, I'm going to be using my project or project. Let's make it professional project. And we do not need these links here. So I am going to be removing them. Unless you want to have yours looking just like mine, where I separated all the tools I use, starting from Excel down to Python. So that way, you would also need the other links. I'm going to embed this template as well, my own template, on the description as well. So if you want to be using my template, you can simply download it from my GitHub and edit it to your choice. But for the sake of this video, we do not need these links here, so I am going to be removing them. So you can come here, Elements, you delete it. Generic, you delete it. The next thing we need to fix on this website is this massively. So notice that when we scroll down, it changes here. And we don't need this. However, if you want it, you can simply have your name here. So instead of showing this massively, you can simply put your name. So I'm going to be putting Confidence Portfolio here. So to do that, simply locate where this massively is. This is it, the logo. You can simply remove it if you don't want it. Just highlight and delete it. I don't want to remove it entirely. I just want to keep your options open so you see what it looks like. I'm going to have Confidence, okay. So this is it. This is what it looks like now. If you don't like it, you can simply remove it. I'm just keeping your options open. And we have our portfolio website ready to deploy. Now, all this is done for free. You just have to take your time and edit all of this and you're good to go. There's one more thing I would like you to fix to make your website look professional at least. Now notice here, you can see the name here is Massively by HTML5 Up. You wouldn't want this to be shown on your website. I think you prefer your name to be showing up here instead of this. So to fix this, just come to your Visual Studio Code. Now go to your title. Just a few lines in the 9th line. Yes, title. Now you can just change it to whatever title you want to give it. Okay, it's okay. It's just to give it Confidence Portfolio. Now you save. So this is it, Confidence Portfolio. Isn't this nice? Notice something on the website, that the bike sales project is somehow taking a larger space compared to this other project. And that is because we made the bike share project to be a featured post. Now, this is very important if you have like a big project, a mega project you worked on, and you want to have it displayed on the first page, or you want to have it displayed boldly on your page. So when somebody comes to your portfolio, the first project they are going to see is the project. That is fine. I do not like this pattern of having one project take a whole big space. I prefer to have everything streamlined as little as this. So if you want to have this, it's a choice, go ahead and have it. I'm going to be showing you how to remove this featured post if you don't want it. So this is it. You come to The very first page you worked on, this is it, the featured post. Just simply highlight on it from the very beginning here, from the featured post down to the end here. Just delete it. Press. Now you can see that the change has been effected. You have this very sweet, easy to access portfolio. But like I said, it's a personal choice. If you want to have it there, it's all good. If you don't want to have it, follow the steps to remove it. The next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be deploying this website using GitHub. Deployment is totally free. What deployment means is we're hosting it online, because right now I am the only one that can access this site. You have to host it online in order for every other person to have access to the site. If you have a GitHub account, that's okay. If you don't have a GitHub account, just simply go to github.com and you create an account. I already have a GitHub account. I'm just going to go to my GitHub account to upload these files. Now, what are the files I'm uploading? This is the folder we downloaded and worked on. I'm going to be uploading this folder in my GitHub repository. Just click on repository. So for the sake of this project, we're going to be creating a new repository. If you are not familiar with how to use GitHub, please look up videos on how to use GitHub. I would also put a link of how to create a repository, how to create an account on GitHub, how to create a repository, and how to upload files to your repository, if that should help. But if you already know how to use GitHub, just simply click on New. We're creating a new repository. In that repository, that's where we are going to upload all the files for the website. So I just want to give it a name. The name I'm going to give it is going to be Tutorial Portfolio. And you want to make it public. And I don't want to put a README. If you want to put it, fine. So I'm just going to click on Create Repository. It might take a while, so just be patient with it. Okay, the repository has been created. Now it's time to upload files into the repository. We're going to upload an existing file because we don't want to start creating something new. We're uploading an existing file. So simply click on Upload an existing file. You can either use the Choose Your File method, where you select the files inside the portfolio website, or you can use the drag and drop. I prefer to use the drag and drop method. The drag and drop helps me to have control over what I am uploading. So I'm just going to highlight everything here. It is highlighted, and then I'm going to drag it to this. So everything is going to upload. Give it time, it's uploading. Okay, all our files has been uploaded. Great. So let's commit the changes. Simply click on Commit Changes. It will take a while to process. Just let it be. So everything has been uploaded alongside our main file, which is the index.html and the images as well. So it's time to host this online. To host it online, you simply click on Settings, right on your repository, click Settings, go to Pages, click Pages. Now, under the Pages, click on this drop down or None, select Main. Leave it to be on root, default root. Now you save. So it will take some time for it to process. Just refresh the page. And then you'll have the URL to your website. Now it says your site is live at this, your GitHub username /tutorial. Now whatever name you want your website to have, that is the name you're going to save your repository with. So when you're creating your repository, make sure you save it with the name you want your website to have. So remember, I saved the repository with tutorial portfolio. That is why it's having this. Oh, I misspelled portfolio. Apologies for that. But I don't want to go back again. So click on visit site, and our site is live. Isn't that wonderful? So you have your portfolio website ready. You can share this link to anybody. You can have it on your LinkedIn profile, your Twitter profile, Instagram, name it, your resume. So this is the link to this portfolio website. Like I said, remember to save your repository with the name you want your website to have. So this is our portfolio website. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments. And like I said earlier, encounter any challenge creating your own portfolio, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. My profile is here. If you want your portfolio to look exactly like mine, where I separated all my tools, simply use my own template. I'm going to embed the link on the description so you can just download my pen template and edit yours. I hope that helps. So thank you guys for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. See you guys in another video.